Hi, we're Sykes, and we want to congratulate Blair for being on the cover of this lovely magazine for 20 years of the Blairing Out Show.
This is a Blairing Out with Blair show, and today we're here at the 2016 Vans Warped Tour with Julia and Chris of the band Sykes. Now, you guys are British-based, correct?
Yeah, we're from London, all the way from London.
Now, how did you guys feel about London breaking away from the European Union?
We were very sad, actually. Yeah, I mean, we were over here when it happened, so we kind of still feel a little bit detached about everything that's happened over there. So I guess we'll feel the full, the full outcome when we get there, when we get back.
Chris, how do you think it's going to affect your life?
I don't know. I mean, it might affect our touring in Europe. Maybe, I don't know. We just don't know.
Nobody knows what's going to happen, so
exactly.
We'll see.
It's just a little bit going to be a little bit of a learning curve, I think. So, yeah.
Are you? But it doesn't frighten you. You're not losing sleep over it.
No. I mean, like, whatever happens is going to happen. So hopefully it'll be all right.
Now, how long have you been on the 2016 Warped Tour for?
We've been on the whole Warped Tour. So from the first day was like the 24th of June. So we've been on it for a while.
Now, Chris, when you're being on the Warped Tour this long, do you feel insulated from what's going on in the outside world?
Yeah, completely. Yeah, I left the tour the other day for 2 days, and we had 2 days off, and completely went away from the bus, and it was very weird. Yeah, I mean, you get catering here. It's like being at a big school kind of camp, basically, for adults. And yeah, but it's so great. It's so great. It's a little world. It's going to be weird to adjust when we get back. But
it's a bit of a bubble over here.
Do you feel a lot of love here?
Oh yeah, it's been amazing. Like, everyone's so nice here. And actually, we were talking about this in quite a few interviews. The Warped fans are so like open-minded. We were slightly cautious about the fact that we are the alternative pop band of the tour. So we were obviously a little bit hesitant about that, but actually we came in and it's been really well received, and everyone's really, really nice.
The music was very beautiful and just encompassing. Was that your original dream for the sound?
For sure, yeah. I mean, we're inspired by lots of kind of similar music, I suppose, and like pop music. And we wanted to create a sound that that feels good and we enjoy listening to.
Yeah.
Because if we don't enjoy listening to our music, then that would be pretty rubbish.
Problems begin.
Yeah.
Well, tell me how the band came to be.
So I met these guys. Well, I met Chris and Will at university. Chris and I started a band straight away, and Will was actually in another band. That's how we met him. He was drumming for another band, and then we moved to London together. About 2 years ago, it's just been the three of us, and we haven't looked back since.
What are the pros and cons of being a three-piece, Chris?
The pros are that we can all fit in one car.
Yes, it's such a big pro.
So we don't need to get like a massive minibus when we're travelling around and touring.
There are no cons, are there?
There are no cons.
No cons.
No. And it's good having three, because you can kind of, I don't know.
It's like a triangle as well.
Yeah.
Everyone gets to see Will still in the drums, because usually if there's a bassist, then I would be in the middle. Will wouldn't get any limelight, so it's all good. Three's great.
Now, you said that you moved to London. Where did you live before London?
This was at university. So we were at university at Loughborough. The guys are both from London. I'm half Brazilian, half English. I grew up in Spain, and then moved to university, and that's where I met these guys.
So what inspires your lyrics? Start off with you, Chris.
I suppose, I don't know, like anything from the people around us, our friends, to our own experiences, basically. We always write from the heart, and we always write from what we know, and kind of we stay true to that, really. So, we I know, sometimes we're inspired by, like, I don't know, the bands that are playing around us. There's such a good scene in London.
When you think of Sykes and you think of the ultimate place where you can see yourself in the future, what does that look like?
I mean, we would love to obviously put out albums. We've only ever put out EPs, but when the time is right, we will certainly hopefully put out an album and just tour as many places as we can and meet as many fans as we can and just get the music out there. That's the dream.
What has been your most inspirational fan moment?
Inspirational fan moment? I think on the tour actually, we've had a few people that have said that they have come to Warped Tour just for us, which is crazy for us because I don't know, we're just from London and a relatively small band on the tour, so for someone to say that they've just come to Warped Tour just to see us, it really means a lot, and it's a long way from home. So,
who do you love to watch on the Warped Tour?
We love quite a few bands actually. There are a lot of big bands that inspired us. It's kind of like a few little tiers. So, there's Sum 41 that really inspired Will to play the drums for sure. Good Charlotte was like one of my first gigs. So it was it was awesome to there was one day actually that it was Sum 41 that played, and then it was us, and then Good Charlotte, and we were just like, this is awesome. So that was really cool. And then there was new bands that we'd never heard of that we have come to absolutely love, like Icy Stars. We're really good friends with those guys, and the Airs, we love those guys. The Interrupters, who we share a bus with, so that's a lot of fun, obviously. There are loads. Just our 2 stages are great, and we like to see a new band every day and try to catch as many as we can.
Were your parents supportive of you getting into music?
No, I'm joking. Yeah, they were really supportive. Absolutely. They're back home, so it's great.
How did they support you?
It's certainly a more emotional thing than anything. Just being behind it.
Have you ever felt that you needed to seek your parents' approval?
I think a lot of people do, definitely. Like up to a certain age, and then you kind of think, well, actually, I'm just going to do what I want to do.
What about you, Chris?
My dad was always in a band, so that was always going to be a cert. I think I was always going to play in a band, and he's very supportive. So is my mum, and they got me into all the music that I'm into today. So. I have to thank them a lot for it.
And your brother's on tour with us?
Yes, my brother is here, so...
He's doing not much.
Yeah.
Well, don't you think that there are really no boundaries in music anymore? You can love Willie Nelson, but listen to Slayer.
Yeah, 100%. That's certainly
or
what
Sykes.
we've learned. Yeah, exactly. It's been great.
Yeah, I've definitely seen some people with dark makeup on and like goth clothing in our audience, like whilst we're playing, and it's reassuring that.
Actually, we listen to all sorts of music.
What are some bands outside this Warped Tour bubble, as you call it, that you listen to? Of course, you said that you liked Good Charlotte, but what are some other bands? Were you inspired by any of the music your parents listened to?
Absolutely. So my parents, I grew up listening to like Queen, the Beatles, Michael Jackson, Simon & Garfunkel, and then I got into like Alanis Morissette. I kind of picked up a guitar because of her. Green Day. And then like Eminem and John Mayer, Jason Mraz.
You have good taste in music.
Thank you. I like a bit of everything, and like even Nirvana, Metallica, like all those kind of bands as well.
What kind of mood would you be in when you listen to Metallica compared to Simon & Garfunkel?
I'd be pretty chilled out with Simon & Garfunkel.
Okay.
And I don't know, just kind of
getting hyped up.
Getting hyped up maybe. Kind of depends which Metallica song though. I don't know. Yeah, it's just like it depends, I guess.
The one album or song that made you say to yourself, "I gotta do that," no matter what.
Okay, probably listening to the White Stripes first time. I think. I remember my dad very specifically showing me it, and it was just like so raw, and like I instantly learned all the guitar parts, and that's definitely a big influence on me.
Yeah. And then how about you?
All that list that I just gave you, I'd say the album that probably I can remember getting first is probably Jagged Little Pill by Alanis Morissette.
That is a very intense album, and especially for 1995, there was nothing like that out there.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was such a good album.
And what? Let's see if you know any trivia about You Ought to Know.
Oh.
Do you know who played bass on You Ought to Know?
No, I don't.
Flea.
Really?
Yeah, that's Flea playing bass. And do you know who played guitar?
No.
Dave Navarro.
No way, that's awesome.
Yeah. Dave Navarro.
I should know that.
Yeah, listen to the bass on that. he rips. He's like shredding. I'm sorry, I was a bass player, and so was he. We were bass players. We just love that shredding, like ripping bass. What do you think is your favorite Beatles song?
You know what? I love. Oh, there's so many. I love Let It Be. It was one of the first songs that I learned on guitar, so I have to say that one.
Mine's Blackbird.
Oh, I love that one as well.
I got there first.
Did you ever listen to Wings? Paul
Um,
McCartney's band.
no, not really.
Oh my gosh. Are you serious?
Yeah.
You guys, you gotta get this album, Venus and Mars. There's a song on there called Rock Show. You will love it. It's like, dude, it's okay. It has 3 or 4 parts to it. Look, music is about escapism. Okay, it's for taking us out of this world where there's suffering and cacophony of personalities. And for me, that does it for me. You know what I mean? I can even listen to that at a low volume, and I'm still like rocking out to it.
Absolutely.
So, Chris, what are your hopes and dreams for the future?
Well, we're going to work out a new EP, which is out now. It's called Younger Mind. It came out on the 15th of July. So we're going to work that as hard as we can. We're heading back to LA for a show on the 18th of August, and then we're heading back to the UK, and we're going to promote it big style there, do a show there, and yeah, push into the future.
Now, I noticed you're both wearing glitter. Is that by choice, or were you at a band show where they were throwing glitter out?
So we give free glitter out for anyone that buys a record, and usually we have it on, but we kind of took it off, and it didn't really, obviously hasn't really come off properly. Glitter never comes off, but that's okay. So usually, we like to glitter up.
I'm a makeup artist, and I call glitter the gift that keeps on giving. If you put it on, your children's children will be wearing that glitter because it will be wherever they go, you know? So one of the things we talk about on the Blairing Out with Eric Blair show is makeup must-haves. So I want to find out what your makeup must-haves are and name them.
Eyeliner. I use MAC black eyeliner and mascara. I don't use that much makeup, to be honest. I've never been into that much, but just I like a good eyeliner, good mascara, and a good blush.
Now, do you use the black track fluid line by MAC, or do you use the pencil ebony?
I use the pencil. Yeah.
Okay. And you like the way that goes on?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what mascara is it?
It's a L'Oreal mascara.
Which one? The voluminous?
It's a volume one. Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm not a makeup geek. I don't know what it's called.
And do you wear any gloss or lipstick or anything like that?
No, because especially in outdoor gigs, when there's wind, hair goes there, and then it just gets stuck, and it's just a right mess. So no, I don't really use lip gloss.
Where does the name Sykes come from?
It's my last name. It started off at uni. We needed a band name very quickly, and it was Sykes, and then just didn't come up with anything better, to be honest.
That is the best name ever.
Thank you.
Signing off.
The Blairing Out Show.